Live from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Friday night playoff football right here on Texan Live. Nick Strong hanging out with the coach, Derek Jones, hanging out tonight with your Friendswood Mustangs and the Eagles of Dawson High School. Derek, last week, big matchup between the Dawson Eagles and the LaPorte Falcons, if I'm not mistaken, a big 37-10 win. Friendswood over Hightower. What will this game be like tonight here at NRG Stadium?
I'm expecting an exciting game tonight. Both teams are excited to be here in the playoffs. I mean, they're in a big venue right here at NRG Stadium. The crowd's going to go crazy for both sides. Looks like there's a really good turnout. Looking forward to possibly a high-scoring game. I know a lot of people say it may be a defensive struggle, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Friendswood puts a lot of points on the board.
Well, last week they only put 27 points on the board versus Hightower. It was a great game, Thursday night matchup, back and forth, seesaw battle. What do you like about these Friendswood Mustangs?
They're exciting. I mean, the quarterback, Tyler Page, he's rushed for almost 2,000 yards. I mean, he's a dual-threat quarterback. He's also thrown for over 1,000 yards at the quarterback position. I mean, he's elusive. He wears number 2. He's a lefty. You know, anytime you have a southpaw in the game, I mean, anything can happen, a different angle when he throws the ball, but he's deceptive. He's able to avoid the pass rush. I mean, he's very heady. He's a very smart young man when he's out there on the football field. He leads his team. He moves them up and down the field. And like I said, he rushed for over 280 yards last week.
Dawson, on the other hand, has went up against Pasadena ISD. They also went up against Alvin. They went up against Manville. They've been up against Pearland this year. They bring up a lot tonight to this contest. What do you like about the Eagles of Dawson High School?
Dawson has been exciting as well. I saw them a little bit earlier in the season. Zach Smith is an outstanding quarterback. He's another one of those guys who's very heady. He's deceptive on his run. Friendswood definitely has to make sure that they pay attention to him behind the quarterback position, because he is that dual threat. He has the ability to kind of lull you to sleep a little bit, kind of like a Ben Roethlisberger type of guy, and he's deceptive. As soon as he steps back to pass, he's looking for, of course, Braylon Mouton, who's not looking for that young man. That young man's been exciting all season long. He can also turn around and hand the ball to Savion Johnson as well. Big-time players. Big-time team. I'm excited for the matchup.
Well, let's just talk a little bit about high school football this year. Big playoff football brackets going up. 6A got six divisions this year. Which last year he did too. But this is the second year of the 6A matchup. The second year of the 6A division here. You got 6A big, 6A little, 5A big, 5A little. A lot of championships to be decided for. Who's your hot team this year?
Hot team, I mean, you know, people like Dickinson, people like Crosby. I mean, you can't forget the Katy Tigers. Every year they seem to find their way to the state championship. But I think it's more parity this year than in most seasons. A lot of these teams have a really legit chance to get to this stadium for the championship game.
The stadium will be packed here. The playoffs and the championship will be right here in Houston, Texas. This is the road to the state championship on TexanLive.com, Friday night edition. And when you talk about the playoffs coming back to Houston, Texas, haven't been here since somewhere around 07 or 8. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Hightower was in a championship that year. That was Highsmith, the kid who went to Florida. Now it'll be right back here in Houston. What does that mean for the Houston area to host the Texas High School Football State Championship?
I think it's big. I think it's huge. Of course, Houston is a great venue for football, especially here at NRG Stadium. Of course, last year is, of course, in Dallas. Dallas is nice. I like Dallas. I mean, I grew up close to that area, but Houston is where it's at. This is exciting. You got the Rockets. You got the Texans, J.J. Watt. Do I need to say anything else? This is where you want to be. A lot of great teams in this Houston area that a lot of people around the state may not know about. I think this year Houston's going to be known.
Well, talking about the Texans, we are the home of the Texans tonight. As you can see, the emblem at the 50-yard line, Texans sideline, Texas end zone. They'll be playing against the New York Jets this weekend. Yep. The Jets will be coming in town, and the Jets didn't play pretty good football last week. They lost on Thursday night. It wasn't looking good for those guys.
Yeah, the Jets, I mean, they're going through a little turmoil now, but the coach is doing an outstanding job.
Yes.
Of course, they have Revis Island. I mean, you name it.
Again.
So they're going to be exciting. Looking forward to that game. As
we get ready to hear the national anthem, we're about maybe 3 minutes away from Friendswood and Dawson here on TexanLive.com.
Isaac Parker. Right rifleman, Ensign Haley Keeley. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, you to rise, remove your caps, and join the Dawson Eagle Marching Band in the playing of the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry!
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. Because DQ has something for everybody. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
Ball. Welcome back to playoff football right here on TexanLive.com. Nick Strong and the coach Derek Jones hanging out with you live at NRG Stadium. It's the Dawson Eagles taking on the Mustangs of Friendswood, Texas. I-45 South hanging out at NRG Stadium. It's a matchup. They'll flip the coin at the 50-yard line. Friendswood and Dawson, they'll flip, and I'm not sure if we can get that right here on camera. And as we see, Zach Smith. Can you hear anything, Derek, up there on the board?
No.
Did you see who won the kick? Or won the toss, rather? Okay, they switch sides.
He's got to turn his mic on.
All right. Dawson has won the toss, and they have elected to receive. I was trying to get the play-by-play of the coin toss, as you can see there. A little extra. I think I get a little extra on that on my pay stub this week.
Right.
Flipping that coin up in the air. Boom. Coming down. Dawson wins the flip. So Dawson has said they'll elect to receive, if I'm not mistaken. So Dawson will get on the score. Dawson will get on the hinge first. Friendswood will kick things off. Let's talk a little bit more about these Dawson Eagles. Dawson High School, been around for almost about 6 or 7 years now. The newest high school of Pearland ISD, actually about 5 years. The newest high school in Pearland ISD. Dawson going little 6A, Pearland going big 6A. So they'll have a chance to send both teams to the state championship, and they can get right here in Houston, which would be good for PISD, Pearland Independent School District. But what do you like most? I know you talked about the quarterback. What about this defense of the Dawson Eagles?
Yeah, the Dawson Eagles defense, I mean, all year long they've been flying around. They give up about 152.6 yards a game on the rush, about 103.7 yards per game on the pass. Total in yards for all you math people out there, it's about 256 yards a game on the defensive side. So they fly around. They make a lot of good tackles. They wrap up. I mean, they're an exciting team to watch on the defensive side. I mean, I know a lot of people come to watch the offense. They like to see the points and the scores, but don't forget about that Dawson Eagle defense.
Drake Rayner with the fair catch somewhere around the 27, we'll call it the 28-yard line, and that's where the Dawson Eagles will start their attack. 12 minutes they play here. from NRG Stadium, and no clock ticked and talked off the clock there, so they'll have the full 12. Here we go. Let's set things up here, Derek, and what are your keys to the game here for the Dawson Eagles?
For Dawson Eagles, they want to make sure they stop Tyler Page.
And as we can see, coming around the corner here, hanging out is big Savion Johnson, getting off to a good start already. We saw him a couple of weeks ago grabbing the first first down for the Dawson Eagles.
Yeah, and he's actually one of my keys to the game. They need to trust Smith, Zach Smith, their quarterback. They need to get the ball to Savion Johnson. That young man's been running hard all season long. Very exciting.
Here we go. They'll line up 4 wide. They'll take it out the gun. Junior quarterback, Zach Smith. Smith dropping back to pass. Pressure in the backfield, getting away from it, and pass is complete. Well, pass is caught. Pass is complete. Number 12, Braylon Mouton. And grabbing a couple of yards there, maybe about, actually, no, out of bounds. They lost a yard. So make it 2nd and long here.
Yeah, simple, quick route to the outside, just trying to get warmed up for the quarterback, get Zach Smith in the rhythm.
And there's the handoff to big Savion Johnson as he lunges forward. Not sure they're going to give him the first down. Will be close. Did get across the 50-yard marker, now into Friendswood territory. And they didn't give him the first down, so they'll make it 3rd and short here. 3rd and short for the Dawson Eagles at the Friendswood Mustang 46-yard line.
Yeah, simple zone read, dive to Savion Johnson. He's run for over 1,500 yards this season. He's a big-time running back. He scored 19 touchdowns thus far.
Zach Smith puts it right back in the hands of Savion Johnson. Through a hole, first down for the Eagles. Savion Johnson getting some early touches here early on.
Yeah, that young man is the real deal. They have a nice combination of the pass and the run. One of the keys, another one for them, they need to make sure they stay balanced on offense, establish that up-tempo style. They like to do that. They did it against Pearland. It was a really close game, 28-27 in a matchup earlier in the season.
Smith out the gun. Puts it right back in the hands of Savion Johnson. He's not going to get anywhere there. He hit a big Friendswood defense wall. Peter Gray, Matt Russo, Chase Willis, Ty Shelby from right to left, the defensive line for the Friendswood Mustangs.
Friendswood defense is not bad either. They've only given up 195 on the rush, about 164 on the pass, so they're pretty balanced just as well.
2nd and long. Looks left, looks right. Braylon Mouton, and almost a first down, just shy. Inside the 30-yard line, and the Dawson Eagles moving that football here early on.
Yeah, very electric. Once again, another quick route. Try to get him the ball quick, get him in space, one-on-one with the cornerback back there. Nice play, nice pass from Smith to Mouton. I think they're going to have that combination working most of the night tonight.
Yeah, looks like Reed Nickerson over there on the quarterback going up against Braylon Mouton tonight. Out the gun, here comes Zach Smith. Savion Johnson one more time, and he's met hard on the defensive line of the Friendswood Mustang. Number 31, DeAndre Holmes Woodfork, the senior linebacker from the Mustang territory.
That's a nice tackle. Savion Johnson runs very hard, so what Friendswood needs to do, they need to make sure they put an extra man in the box. I would say have a guy spy Zach Smith as well. Just because Savion Johnson is the workhorse, that's when Zach Smith can come in and kind of get his yardage as a quarterback position. 4th
down, and it looks as though the Eagles are going to go for it here.
This is the
Friendswood
playoffs.
Mustangs on their feet. The Dawson Eagles on their feet here early on. Great football action. Texas high school football. Playoff action here from NRG. Here comes the handoff. Savion Johnson. Did he get the first down? It looks like he got it. First down, Eagles.
Big time first down. I mean, if you want to put your horse on somebody, you give it to Savion Johnson. Let that young man keep his legs moving, leg drive, nice line push, get good placement, get your first down.
Shotgun formation. Here comes Zach Smith and the Eagles. Smith going long. Smith looking for Mouton. In and out the hands. Almost had a man. Pass is incomplete. What a try. What a throw from Zach Smith.
Zach Smith is very accurate. I mean, it's deceptive. He's a good dual-threat quarterback. He doesn't run a whole lot. He doesn't need to, but he's a big-time passer. And, he, of course, when you throw to a guy like Mouton, I mean, you look really good.
I mean, although there were 2 guys on him, I mean,
that's
still.
Just like in Madden, you can come down with that.
You come down with that. That's right. Savion Johnson again up the gut. Savion Johnson to the 20-yard line, about a 6-yard, maybe a 4-yard gain there. actually just shy of the 20-yard line, about 3rd down and about 7 here for the Dawson Eagles.
Yeah, Dawson Eagles are very balanced. Of course, Pearland Mouton, everybody knows about him. He had over 600 yards. He had 14 touchdowns, but they also have Caleb White and Drake Rainier. Both of those guys have caught over 30 passes as well. They both scored at least 4 touchdowns apiece, so they do spread it out.
Like they're doing now, they're going to go 5 wide. Here come the Dawson Eagles. Zach Smith on the island all by himself. Here comes the man in motion, and it's going to be a handoff. Number 81, Caleb White, trying to go far side. And he grabs about maybe 2 or 3 yards. Another 4th down here for the Dawson Eagles. Decision time again.
Yeah, decision time again. It's a nice jet sweep to the left-hand side. Just trying to get another skilled player the opportunity to run the ball, kind of get him in the game early. I think they're setting it up to kind of get a wide field for Mr. Mouton one-on-one over here on this coverage.
Savion Johnson back into the contest. 4th down and 4 on the Friendswood Mustangs, 19-yard line. Dawson Eagles of Pearland, Texas. The Mustangs of Friendswood, Texas. Zach Smith out the gun, and I saw a flag far side, if I'm not mistaken. I see a flag.
A lot of times you get a legal motion or a false start this early in the game with all this excitement and emotion going in the stadium.
Yeah, number 66 on the offensive line. It looks as though that was Chris DeSantiago. He's a senior. He should know better, Derek.
Yeah, but the emotions are running high for all these teams right now with all the crowd and the magnitude of what this game brings. You win, you go on, you get to keep going. You lose, you go home.
I think they can hear me down there as well. I'm excited on one time as well. Here we go, 4th and long. Call it 4th and 9. Zach Smith grabbing his troops, stepping back to pass, looking right, has a man. And Braylon Mouton makes the catch. Did he get the 1st down? Yes, he did. 1st down, Eagles.
Yeah, it's an outstanding catch, but that was set up on the previous play. They ran that jet sweep. The reason they ran it, not only to get the ball to one of their athletes, but also it puts it on that left hash over there so you can have one-on-one coverage with a wide field over here to Mr. Mouton.
1st and 10. Actually, they're going to go 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line at the 13. Here comes the handoff. Coming right, Savion Johnson. He already has about 7 or 8 handoffs already on his first drive. Savion Johnson being a workhorse out there tonight.
Yeah, he's had about 180 carries so far this year. So, I mean, he's definitely a workhorse for the Eagles.
What are the benefits of having a good running back there like Savion Johnson in high school football?
Well, it makes it so much easier for the quarterback, and it actually helps the wide receivers and the linemen. I mean, it gives you a calming effect in that backfield.
Play action, going across the middle, man inside the end zone, touchdown! Number 9, Michael Mitchell of the Dawson Eagles reels it in.
That's a big-time play, big-time catch, simple slant route. Zach Smith is very accurate. Have your guy run a 2 route, which is the slant route, wide open in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Eagles.
Actually take that back. That was Drake Rainier, the backup quarterback on a slant.
Yep.
Grabbing some touchdown territory.
That's his 5th touchdown on the year. Once again, he's over 400 yards as well. They spread it out.
Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. 7-0 your score here live from NRG Stadium. The Eagles go up on the Mustangs, 7-0.
As a Ford employee, I get to give my friends a special deal on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
It's friends and neighbors pricing, and for a limited time, we're letting everyone in on this deal.
That doesn't happen every day.
And you can see the low price at Ford.com.
There it is.
And that's the low price you'll pay.
It's that easy.
You don't have to negotiate, it's hassle-free.
It's an inside deal.
Now for everyone.
America's best-selling brand now offers friends and neighbors pricing to everyone on all Ford vehicles, but only for a limited time at your participating Texas Ford dealer.
Welcome back to TexanLive.com. The Eagles go up on the Mustangs, 7-0 here on a 14-yard reception touchdown from by Drake Rainier into the end zone and hit the slant on him one time. And, I mean, he was wide open.
Yeah, he's wide open. All that's predicated off of the run. Savion Johnson's been a horse. Another one of my keys for Friendswood, and I mean, I didn't just write this down. On defense, they wanted to spy Zach Smith. I thought they need to double cover Braylon Mouton. He's already been effective. And I said also, don't forget about Caleb White and Rainier. Possible double team on one of those guys as well.
And he's going to take the reset. He's going to take it and grabbing a couple of yards and maybe about 15 yards all the way up to about the 24-yard line. Here come the Friendswood Mustangs, and that's where they will start their attack.
Yes,
Friendswood Mustangs will start from the 23-yard line, and here they come with Tyler Page leading the way.
Yeah, they're very excited. They need to throw some short to intermediate routes to get Tyler Page in a flow and rhythm. Establish balance early. Don't just run Tyler Page right and Tyler Page left. Try to mix it in a little bit. Get their offense on a balance.
Tyler Page works out the gun as well, and he'll keep it himself. And he gets to about the 25-yard line, grabbing about 2 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 8 here for the Mustangs.
It's a nice, safe play. It's great defense starting out the game, but you have to keep an eye on Mr. Page back there. He kind of reminds a lot of people, although he's a lefty, kind of reminds them of a little Johnny Manziel.
Oh boy!
So if you're in the wrong position, next thing you know, he's gone.
Dawson defense doing some good work last week versus LaPorte, only giving up 10 points. That whole Pearland district did pretty good.
Yeah, it's very competitive.
Yes. LaPorte won their district, if I'm not mistaken. Here comes the handoff one time. Mason Barnes. About 3 yards on the play. 3rd down and about 4. 3rd down and about 5 coming up here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Mason Barnes has been a nice running back for them. He's had about 150 carries. He's over 700 yards. He scored 5 touchdowns at about a 4.6 yard per average. It's a nice balance for Zach Page.
Out the gun. Page looks left, looks right, looks down the field. Pass was intended for Henry Castellone. Actually checked that. Number 29, Dylan Frisky. Couldn't get it to him. 4th down here for the Mustangs. Dawson will take it.
Yeah, Dawson comes out in cover 2. Cover 2, you have one safety having half the field, have the other safety taking the other half. That middle is usually the part that's wide open. They tried to hit him on an 8 route, which is a post route, just a little bit out of his reach.
Braylon Mouton deep to receive this punt. And we'll call it a fair kick. Nobody would take it there as it rolls backwards and rolls out around the 46-yard line. So the Dawson Eagles will take it for the 2nd time here. They scored on their last drive. They'll try to put 7 more points on the board here. What did you like best about that first drive from the Eagles?
I thought it was balanced. They came out, they passed the ball a little bit. They got a couple guys involved from the receiving part. You got Rainier, you got Mouton, part of the action. You also established them on the run a little bit. You got Savion Johnson involved. I mean, those are some of your key weapons.
In the arsenal. And pass is complete up top. Drake Rainier again. Grabbing about maybe 3 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd and about 7 coming up here for the Eagles.
Yeah, simple X quick, get to the top of the screen. You basically pass it to your receiver, have another receiver blocking for him, getting his hands quick.
Zach Smith puts it back in the hands of Savion Johnson. Savion Johnson, a workhorse back there. Any college commits that you know of on this Dawson team this year?
Right now, Braylon Mouton is, of course, the big dog. He's got a number of schools looking at him. Even SFA, one of the local schools, they're looking at him as well.
Like to see him play on Saturdays next year somewhere.
Definitely. He's one of the better receivers I've seen most of this season.
Nick DeHoy's playing against him on defense to the near side. Flag on a play. Let's listen for the call. That's offensive lineman Sam Prune, the center for the Dawson Eagles.
A lot of these schools, a lot of colleges as well, they always do the check with me. Basically go up to the line, kind of see what the defense is, look over to the coach so he can decide what he wants to play. Sometimes that confuses and kind of throws you out of rhythm a little bit.
4 wide for Zach Smith. Smith has a man. Smith hits Rainier. And Rainier grabs the 1st down. Here come the Eagles inside the 35-yard line.
That's a nice pass from Smith Rainier. The luxury of having a nice offensive line with nice size to keep those guys off of him. He just sat back there in the pocket. He'll pick you apart if you give him that much time.
I mentioned again, he's the backup quarterback as well. Here comes the handoff one more time, and the Eagles still working that middle, not giving it up yet. Savion Johnson, the workhorse back there. Second down coming up here for the Eagles.
Another part of this game plan is, as long as they're on offense, it keeps Tyler Page off the field.
Coming to your near side, number 81, Caleb White. And action on the sideline there, no flags, incidental contact. It's playoff football.
It's playoff football.
Let it play.
Let them play. So it's very smart. Once again, all they're doing is running simple X quicks and Z quicks. Have a couple guys block for you. Let me get the ball out quick. That also eliminates that pass rush from Friendswood.
4 wide, trips to the near side. Zach Smith keeps it himself. And Zach Smith works across the 25-yard line, just shy of the first down. 4th down and decision time here for the Dawson Eagles again. And I think they're going to go for it here, D.
Yeah, I've seen them do this before, earlier when we covered them. They like to go for it. They believe in their offense.
And somebody jumped.
Free play.
And it may go against the defense. And it's a touchdown. It is. Number 17 inside the end zone for the Dawson Eagles, and it's Nico Thomas. It was an offsides, but it was a free play, and the Friendswood Mustangs didn't continue to play.
Yeah, it's a free play. You never stop until you hear that whistle. Nice play from Smith. Nice play from Nico Thomas to keep the play moving as well. He made a nice catch. He actually reached over his defender and snagged the ball. You always tell your receivers, catch the ball at the highest point. He was very aggressive. Touchdown Eagles.
Extra point is up. Extra point is good. Nico Thomas into the end zone for the Eagles. 14-0 your score. You're watching playoff football, Texas high school playoff football here on TexanLive.com.
Hey, it's Bert.
And Jamie. During our summer clearance event, we need to move our 2015s.
And you can count on a big selection.
A team dedicated to treating you better and low prices.
Like new Sierra Cruise discounted $12,400. That's right, folks. That's over 31%. And we have hundreds to choose from. Or a new Acadia for $299 a month.
Thanks for making us one of the fastest growing dealerships in the nation.
Texan Buick GMC, located Highway 59 in Will Clayton. Or shop 24/7, TexanDrive.com. We treat you better.
Welcome back to TexanLive.com. 14-0 your score. Nico Thomas into the end zone for another Eagle touchdown. And the Dawson Eagles, D, are 2 for 2 on their scoring drives.
Yeah, it's very smart, once again, to draw the defense offside, to continue to play, continue to make an opportunity to make a play. That's 2 touchdowns. Friendswood may be in trouble, and it's early.
And the Mustangs getting all the way out to around the 20-yard line. The Friendswood Mustangs, they will start things from about they'll set it somewhere around the 25. Friendswood Mustangs didn't really get off to a good start last drive. What do they need to do this time?
Once again, they need to be balanced. They need to establish Zach Page and kind of get him involved in the game. Similar to what the Eagles are doing with the quick routes, they need to attempt to try to do some of that as far as Friendswood is concerned. Try to get the ball out of his hand quickly, kind of get him going to the game, and then that'll loosen it up for his run, which is what they really want to do.
3 wide for the Mustangs here. Tyler Page in the backfield, working out the gun. Tyler Page moving it, coming to your near side, has a man, has a receiver. And another first down for the Friendswood Mustangs. Number 29, Dylan Frisky. He makes it across the 35, just shy, or at the 40-yard line exactly, actually.
And that's a great play from Friendswood, a great call for Coach Koopman to have him roll out to the left-hand side and fire a nice short pass. It's like those quick routes. Get the ball out of his hands, get him some confidence.
It looks as though Tyler Page is comfortable on the run. Here comes the play action, the quarterback keeper, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Pat Howe, the junior linebacker, with the sack.
It's a great play from the linebacker. One of my keys as well for the game is to make sure you spy Tyler Page, just like similar to what they need to do with Zach Smith. a quarterback that's that mobile and that agile, you definitely have to have somebody to keep an eye on him. Usually you put your linebacker, especially if you have an athletic linebacker like Pat Howell.
2nd and long here for the Friendswood Mustangs. They'll run 3 wide, man in the slot, 2 to the near side. I formation, make it a pistol. Here comes Tyler Page near side, and he gets about to the 44-yard line. We'll call it about maybe the 42-yard line. About a 3-yard gain. Tyler Page just moving the pack a little bit, trying to get some yardage here and there. 3rd down here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, coach is calling a safe play, just trying to get him involved, try to get him warmed up a little bit, also give his offensive line some confidence. It's a big D-line going against them with Dawson. Dawson's very aggressive. The guys use their hands, their techniques, and they're coming really hard up front through the A and the B gap. That's right by the center on either side. So it's very important that the coach calls a safe game for him early to kind of get him into the flow.
Well, coach is going to spread him out right here. Looks as though he's going 5 wide. Tyler Page all by himself. He's the lefty, the southpaw. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks as though number 41, Mitchell San Miguel, bringing down the junior, Tyler Page.
There's a lot of pressure, so what they do is they spread out 5 wide receivers. Normally when you spread out wide receivers like that, you're thinking pass. In this offense, you're thinking spread them out so I can get my quarterback up the middle. It's just too much pass rush pressure from the Eagles on that play.
4th down and long. Here comes the punt from the Friendswood Mustangs. Braylon Mouton back deep to receive. Mouton is going to take the punt at the 27. Missing a couple of defenders, but that's it. He's brought down right past the 30-yard line, and that's where the Dawson Eagles will start their attack this time.
Yeah, once again, Dawson Eagles get the ball right back again. Nice defense. Defense has come out, pitched 2 or 3 and outs already. It's very important for the Friendswood team, their defense, make sure they wrap up, make sure they cover Mouton and these wide receivers. If not, this is just going to be a 7-on-7 drill up and down the field.
And you like 7-on-7. You
Yes,
look like
I do.
You played a little 7-on-7 back in your day, man.
Yeah, when I was young. Yes, I did.
1st and 10 here for the Eagles. On the keeper, Zach Smith right through the middle, and he grabs about maybe 2 yards. And the band start to play. And somebody's hurt down there. And here comes the training staff out. We'll take a short break. We'll take it with them. You're watching high school football here on TexanLive.com.
The body is incredibly powerful. It's nimble and fluid. But sometimes we push it too far. That's when you need the strength of Memorial Hermann and our body of affiliated orthopedic specialists. With our Iron Man Sports Medicine Institute, they not only get your body back to where it was, they get it to go further. It's what makes us more than just hospitals. We are a body of experts. Memorial Hermann, advancing health.
At Cavender's, we don't just wear the West, we live it.
I live for a good run.
I live for the crowd.
My scar.
7 flat in the short round.
My face.
Working with my partner.
8 seconds, nothing less.
Rooting for the bull.
Cavender's. Don't just wear it, live it.
Welcome back to TexanLive.com. The Dawson Eagles and the Friendswood Mustangs. And Savion Johnson. It's the Savion Johnson Show, Coach D. Here we go. Tune in to Fox Sports Southwest tonight after our game from 11 to midnight for the Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive. Join Howard Chin, Ted Johnson, Courtney Rowland, and Courtney Madden as they get you caught up with all of the playoff action. The Houston High School Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Texan Drive tonight from 11 to midnight on Fox Sports Southwest. Savion Johnson again, misdirection, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. You don't see many times that Savion Johnson is brought down for a loss, Coach D.
No, there's a lot of extra work on that. There appears to be a flag on the play. A lot of times like that, you got guys peeling back trying to make a block. It could be a block in the back, could be a holding. I mean, you just never know on a play like that when a guy's trying for extra effort.
And the extra effort he needed there. I mean, he went left and then he went right behind the line of scrimmage, brought down maybe about 6 yards, but I don't know if it will stand. Let's see, here's the official call right here. So So they decline the penalty, take the loss of yardage. It was a third down. Now it's a fourth down, and the Friendswood Mustangs get the football back.
Yeah, very smart play. You don't want to give it another opportunity to run another play. Don't just toss the ball deep to Mulan or one of these wide receivers. So it's great defense, great call from Coach Wells to get them, off the field and give them opportunity. I mean, Coach Cookman to get him off the field and get Friendswood the ball back again.
Two Friendswood Mustangs deep to receive. And letting the ball run out of bounds. Texan Live is your new home for Houston High School sports. The road to state continues tomorrow with a trio of games at TexanLive.com. In Brenham, Westfield takes on Lake Travis. And then at NRG Stadium right here tomorrow, the home for the state championships, Pearland and Dickinson meet in a rematch of last season, while in the nightcap, Crosby squares off against Ridge Point. It's the road to state on Texan Live, your new home for Houston High School sports. So both Pearland schools getting a chance to play right here at NRG Stadium. Wow, the perks of living in PISD, Pearland Independent School.
Yeah, this is a great venue.
Friendswood Mustangs, Mason Barnes. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. They gave him the forward progress. Cortland Shorter with the tackle there. Excuse me, Parker Correa. And that's the end of the first quarter here. 14-0 your score. The Eagles all over the Mustangs here from NRG Stadium. It's the high school state football playoffs on TexanLive.com.
Only one network is big enough to cover the great state of Texas. And only one show travels across the state to get the skinny on high school sports every week, all year long. You want the best in high school sports? Catch High School Spotlight on Fox Sports Southwest.
Download the new Fox Sports Southwest Football Friday app. Connect and get live scores statewide. Find games near you. Plus, get your photos on our Friday night show. This is the one app that can handle high school football in Texas. Hit the App Store and type Football Friday. Friday high school football isn't over till you watch High School Scoreboard live. Final scores, big plays, plus the DQ Big Game of the Week.
Be a part of the most watched high school football show in Texas.
Friday on Fox Sports Southwest.
Welcome back to TexanLive.com. 12 minutes down, 36 more to go. The start of the second quarter here. Nick Strong and the coach Derek Jones hanging out with you live from NRG Stadium. It's Tyler Page trying to come to your near side as he misses a receiver on the Friendswood offense. Number 4, Bryce Vick. Excuse me, check that. Was that number 4? Yeah, that was number 4. Couldn't find his number. Actually, that was out the backfield. Carl Whitaker, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, that was Nick Haney. He also plays defense. Nick Swaney, excuse me, check that. Changed his number tonight, huh?
Yeah.
Must be that home and away number change that we don't know about. Tyler Page keeping up himself. And he's still on his feet. Now he's brought down as he gets to about the 40-yard line. About a 9-yard gain. Third and short coming up here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I know right now that
actually fourth. They're going to give him a first down there.
The Eagles are playing good defense, but Tyler Page is elusive. At some point in time, that young man may get loose. The Eagles have to make sure they pay attention to him.